of Angak is that we welcome everybody to the AGM, and or is the 9th year since we formed this association. And as your patron, I'm very delighted to be with you today. The last time we had our AGM, it was in Naivasha, sometime last year. And we also had a very good engagement. And out of those engagements, we agreed on a number of things. And I think today, as part of the forum's conversations, we will be getting an update of what we had committed to do, just to be able to check whether we have lived up to those commitments. And I think last year we were doing elections, if I remember well. And I want to believe that the team that we put in office have been able to do a good job up to this point in time. Now, I was struggling to myself, what do I speak, what I think is important for us to be all alive to, is that the appreciation that first and foremost we are senior government officers serving at a very senior level across the cadre within the ministry and within this administration. And it then means that when we make that conscious decision to associate together as officers who work together and who do almost similar kind of stuff, who are faced with similar challenges, then we must be able to run this organization in a manner that befits our positions, not just in government, but also within the society or the bigger community that we call Kenya. And a number of our colleagues in other ministries across the entire spectrum of government look up to us for many things. And like we always say that we are the government, we are actually the engine and the machinery that drives government. And therefore, when we have an association like this that is primarily focused on looking at the welfare of our colleagues, it must be run in a manner that isolates us as the cream that serves the people of the Republic of Kenya. Now, I've had a chat with the chair, the secretary, and the rest of the leadership, and they've spoken to about 7 or so things that we had committed to work on at the last AGM. And by and large, there's been a lot of progress. But then there are still aspirations on things that we would want to achieve going into the new year after this AGM. And what I would want to request or ask of all of us is that then we give the leadership all the support that they need so that then they can deliver for us. So this morning, I'm honored to address this 9th anniversary AGM of the Association of National Government Administrators of Kenya. First and foremost, I want to congratulate the association for the remarkable progress you have made in uniting our national government administrators and creating a vibrant platform for engagement. In the 9 years since its founding, Angak has grown into a strong network of 339 administrators drawn from all corners of the country, including even retired officers who remain part of this family. This unity and inclusivity has given administrators a collective voice and support system that did not exist before. And we've had instances where our colleagues have been bereaved, either they've lost parents or they've lost their children. And out of this association, we've been able to lend a hand. We've had cases like the unfortunate, the former county commissioner for Lamu, and through this network, able to reach out to the family and provide the necessary support. And over the years, these achievements speaks for themselves. The association has provided important financial support to the members during times of emergency, and also been able to initiate joint ventures so as to economically empower the membership. The initiatives have not only uplifted the members' welfare, but also surpassed the initial goal the founders set, such milestones show the power of solidarity in this association. And today, as we celebrate how far we have come, I would want to challenge each and every one of us to envision an even greater future for Angak. Time has come for us to expand the mandate beyond welfare and social considerations, such that as we work together and as we assist each other, we focus on what would be important going forward. And what I hear when I talk to the leaders, and also from the last AGM, is that we need to professionalize this association that is for the community of administrators. We need to transform this platform, not just for social support, but also as a platform that allows us to exchange knowledge and also to professionally grow as administrators. As your patron, I'm happy to hear of these innovative proposals which were shared last year, and I've also had the occasion to discuss this with your leadership this morning. This, to me, is a forward-thinking idea that signals that Angak is ready to grow beyond its original mandate. And to this end, I would want to urge the association to embrace a broader program of activities so that we go beyond just the typical AGM that we hold every year into holding conferences that will be able to bring together experts and members who are able to discuss a diverse range of topics, from issues to do with governance, issues on administration, but also most importantly, issues around mentorship. Because of the diverse nature of the membership that you have, there are senior administrators, there will be also junior administrators who need to move into what we would expect of a properly groomed and trained administrators. By implementing such initiatives, Angak can evolve from a primary welfare-based society into a fully fledged professional body for government administrators. There are a number of professional bodies that already exist in this country, whether you think about the one for the accountants like ISPAC, for human resource professionals. It is the wish of the membership through the leadership, which I fully support, that we professionalize the cadre of administrators. And my vision in the coming years is that we will stand out amongst the league of the most respected professional organizations or associations in this country. Now, what is indeed needed is a commitment so that we also broaden the membership as we move or as we embark on this journey of professionalizing this association. With a current membership of 339, I think there is every scope for us to move that membership from hundreds to thousands to tens of thousands of administrators across the country, just like all the other professions have done. As I conclude, I'm confident that with the passion and dedication that is evident in this room, Angak will rise to rival the most established institutions in Kenya in the value it provides to its members and the nation. And historically, there is what the administrators have been known for. Whether it's matters discipline, how we drive the government agenda, how we drive or how we follow up on issues that have interest to the communities. And it is my prayer and hope that this association will help us sustain that. There is a culture that is currently creeping across the country where there is lack of order across every sphere of life. Whether it's in schools, whether it's in offices, whether it's in leadership. And I want to look up to this association and its membership to help us bring some semblance of order in how we manage our affairs. And I think we have a responsibility to start in-house with us. You don't want a situation where you have members that people even wonder, was this an administrator? Or is this even an administrator? So I would really want to challenge all of you. As we have our conversations today, part of the rest of the program, let's take stock and take a how do we want this cadre of senior government by the rest of everybody in this country? Are we still the cadre or the set of officers that everybody looks after? Can we be that pivot point that everybody find to be the central point where if you are looking for order, if you are looking for discipline, if you are looking for efficiency, if you are looking for delivery, then the place to go to or the people to engage are the administrators. And while at it, just before I finish, is that as we do all this, it cannot be lost on us what our primary responsibility are in this administration and for this nation, in terms of our knowledge and understanding of what the key government priorities are. I know we have struggled over the last 2.5 years to probably find a proper footing. But based on the series of engagements that we have had with you, the engagements that we have had with the Cabinet Secretary, the engagements that we have had with His Excellency the President, I think at this point there is no doubt in anyone's mind on what the key priorities are and the central role that we play as administrators in making sure that we drive the government agenda for the benefit of the people of this country. And I'm looking up to you to be able to provide the leadership at the various stations that you head. Let all the other government officers who serve with you look at you as that person, that go-to person who will help them unlock the challenges, the bottlenecks that they have within their departments, within their agencies. And this week, the CS is in the coast. He started in Mombasa on day 1, and I was there with him. Day 2, he was in Kwale. Yesterday, he was in Kilifi. Today, he is in Lamu. Tomorrow, he will be in Tana River, and on Saturday, he will be in Taita Taveta. And the whole point why we are doing this is that we are trying to fill a gap that has existed for a long time, for some time now, where the public has lacked a forum to be able to engage officers in government, whether to put us to be able to account for what we are doing, or even to just get to understand firsthand what we are doing as government. But it's also an opportunity for us to also listen. Actually, we are doing, the CS is doing more listening than talking. So that out of that engagement, we are able to see what are the real issues that the people in the coast region consider to be dear to them, that the government needs to address or need to intervene on. I would want to challenge all of you that let's take that template so that we don't have to wait for the cabinet secretary to come to our region for us to have those forums. And for sure, he will be going to the other regions. But before that happens, I think we have a responsibility to cascade those conversations. I remember the days when we used to have the chiefs' barazas on a weekly basis. I know currently we have our Chiefs Climate Action Day, which we do on a monthly basis. But I think beyond that, we must decentralize these engagements to the village level, so that if you're a county commissioner, you have a responsibility to work with everybody down the chain to the villages to ensure that there is constant engagement with the people to articulate what the government is doing, but also most importantly, to get feedback from the people so that we carry everybody along. In the coming weeks, we will be working on the budget for the next financial year. Already the budget policy statement has been approved. How much do we know about the budget policy statements? At the end of the month, Treasury will be submitting the budget estimates. How much do we understand about the budget estimates? So that when we get forums or when we organize forums like the ones that the CS is running in the coast region, you have an opportunity not just to speak to what we are doing in the ministry, but to speak to what we are doing holistically as a government. I know at the ministry level, we are produced drafts on a number of policies which we are putting out there for public participation. And as county commissioners and as administrators, already there's a link that has been provided for you to interact with those draft documents. I would want to encourage you that you take time to go through those documents so that, again, when we have an opportunity to have conversations with the people, we are able to speak from a point of knowledge, from a point of information. And we need to do this on all the other government programs that we are running. Lastly, we know that we have a responsibility to professionally develop our officers. Last year and part of early this year, we took a number of administrators on the DPA program, and next month 800 of them will be graduating. Now this is something that we must sustain so that we don't have to wait to have a backlog before we make interventions. And we are now going to cascade it down to the lower cadres. The chiefs and the assistant chiefs have also stagnated for quite some time. And I think it's something that must interest all of you in this room, because if your chiefs, if your assistant chiefs are much more empowered, then your work becomes much easier and better as an administrator. So finally, let's build this association so that then it becomes a powerhouse of knowledge, professionalism, and influence in the national government administration. I want to wish you fruitful deliberations, and as we take stock of what we have achieved over the last 1 year, we leave this AGM with a very clear focus and purpose to achieve what we all agree is critical, that will take this association to the next level. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, sir, for those words of wisdom. If you allow me, sir, in the midst, we have our colleagues from the ministries. Where are you? Can you stand up, please? Those are colleagues from the ministry. Tuwapigie makofi. Tafadhali tukae. We also have county commissioners. Can we stand, please? And the chair of county commissioners, Dr. Korir, is here. Tuwapigie makofi. Asante sana. We also have deputy county commissioners. Can you all be upstanding? And we have their chair, Mr. Wanyonyi Nalianya. Tuwapigie makofi. Allow me, sir. Oh, we have our retired officers. Wako wapi? Mr. Kimiti. Sir, Mr. Kimiti was declared the DCC of the year when we had the only DCC conference in Bomas for his innovation. Tumpigie makofi sana. Thank you very much. And now I want to invite the Secretary General to take us to another level. Karibu sana, Secretary General.
Tusugue makofi ya mgeni wetu. Moja. Asante. Thank you very much. Thank you, our chief guest and our patron, for coming to join us this morning. We really appreciate your gesture. Now, because of time, our guest has told us he has another function. We want to make some presentation kidogo to our chief guest. Tuko na zawadi, na nitaomba chairman na treasurer wengine wakuja mbele. Na hii zawadi mgeni wa heshima, I kept reminding Josephine, she went to buy it. I kept reminding us ishike mkuki. Tabia wa mama washike mkuki. But we also joked that maybe alihusiwa na mama. So we agreed tutafanyia cleansing. So naomba treasurer, karibu. Even other officials can join us.
Members, today we have a new member who is member number 340, but because he's our patron, he'll be member number 1. Karibu sana wa member number 1. Karibu sana.
Karibu sana tukupatia zawadi. Tuko na zawadi ya ngao. Hii zawadi tulichagua ngao because ukiona ile logo yetu tuko na ngao hapo. Then we are also called ngaos. It is a sign that utatumia kulinda sisi na kulinda nchi. Alafu kuna ile mkuki nilisema sana sana haishikwi na lakini sisemi. Wataenda kuicross. Yes. It will be cross mahali inaenda kuwekwa. Kuja upande hii for the sake of. Yes. Basi asante. Tumpatie makofi. Alafu pia tuko na asante. Tuko na bakora ya uongozi. Because you are our leader, utatuongoza nayo. Asante sana. Tumpatie makofi. Thank you very much, sir. Kuna t-shirt. Fungua emblem ya Angak kionekane. Josephine sasa unaweza shika hii. Na notebook. Basi makofi. Basi asante sana. Thank you very much, sir. Yes. Basi tutaomba, tunataka tuchukue group photo, sijui weather iko namna gani, wale watatuongoza. Nataka tupige group photo, alafu mgeni anaenda at pleasure. Thank you very much, sir. Tutapiga picha, alafu tutakuruhusu. Asante.